Hey folks, this is Vint with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Techtonica. This is a game that's coming to Steam's Early Access program in a little over a week's time, as of the date and time of this recording. So this is like a pre-early access build. Everything that you're seeing here is most definitely subject to change. So I've spent the last 3 hours or so messing around with this game, so it's not going to be a full-blown review, more of like a first impressions, and again, with it being like pre-early access, things are going to change anyway. So Techtonica, based on what I've played so far, reminds me a little bit of Satisfactory, but more pixely. You are underground. According to the loading screen, you've like lost your memory, you don't know where you are, and you wake up in this underground cavern, and you're going to be exploring it, digging it out, gathering resources, and creating various production chains. The end goal, I don't know. I've only played for 3 hours, and games like this typically need a lot of time. I spend 3 hours or 4 hours a night just playing Satisfactory, just building a supply chain. So this game needs a lot of like playtime to really get into. There is multiplayer, but I was only sent one key, sadly, so I can only show you the single player elements of it. So you will get a pickaxe in the very beginning of the game, but eventually you'll have access to and be able to build this, I guess it's like a gun, and it just blows walls away. It reminds me of the driller a little bit from Deep Rock Galactic in the sense that there's a heat meter and you have to you can drill out a little bit, then you gotta wait, drill out a little bit, then wait. Primarily, though, in between, like, building supply chains, you're gonna be running around the environment, scanning everything to death. You can scan plants to add them to your little library. You can scan items to add them to your inventory. You can scan larger machines in order to unlock them in the tech tree. So their exploration in this game is extremely important. In order to get some of the more advanced recipes in the tech tree, or at least some of the recipes in the tech tree, you need to find broken down parts of it and scan it. And then you'll be able to research it later. There's another system called cores, where you have to craft these cores, you put them down in the environment, and get enough of them, and then you can unlock something new in your tech tree. There's quite a bit, too. There's like 6 different tabs in your tech tree, from terraforming, logistics, science, energy, transportation. There's a power network system going on. I'll get into that later. There is a crafting menu, so you'll unlock new recipes as you play. And like in, say, Factorio, when you craft the finished product, the automatic inventory thing will craft all the necessary subcomponents that you need to craft it. There's a journal and a log. The journal's sort of like a quest tracker of sorts, and of course your databank, which has all of the like little plants and trees that you've scanned up to that point. As far as like the actual mining is concerned, you'll find like copper deposits and iron deposits, limestone. Those are the 3 that I've found so far. I'm sure there's more than that. The building in this game is a bit janky, in my opinion. For example, when I have a conveyor arm out, it's like in Factorio. You can put arms down. They pick up items from a belt and put it into the machine. But when I use the mouse wheel to rotate that conveyor arm, it goes to a different toolbar item. It's just annoying. I keep forgetting to hit R instead of mouse wheel. Just little things like that just annoy me. Eventually, you'll be able to construct assemblers, like in Factorio and Satisfactory, that sort of craft all of these things for you automatically. All of that has to be put on a powered floor. That's a new thing. Rather than being like power cables that you have to connect things to, you put things down on this metallic powered floor. And so as long as you've got generators on that powered floor, it will power everything on the powered floor and it'll work. So no need to like worry about power lines and, connecting things with cables. I like that. That's actually kind of cool, but you will need to construct a lot of these powered floored items, and also dig out a lot of the area around you. It's very Minecrafty this way, more Minecrafty than any other game like it. Factorio, out in the open. Satisfactory, out in the open. This game is all underground, so you have to dig out things around you, spend some time doing that. There's power in this game, like I said. You start off with these little crankshaft machines, you have to manually hit the button to start them. But if you get them in parallel, there's a technology where you get them in parallel, they just activate all at once. Eventually, you'll get this core organizer. Those are those cores I was talking about. Instead of putting them down in the environment, they get slotted into this machine, and it automatically organizes them for you. And again, the more you have, the more you can unlock in your tech tree. Again, this is more of a first impressions, but again, that's the gameplay loop for me anyway for the last 3 or 4 hours. Dig out crap, explore, find new stuff, scan things that are in the environment. Sometimes you'll come across a facility that you can go into. In order to unlock new areas of this game, typically you have to feed resources into some kind of computer. Like this computer needs 100 copper and 100 iron, and then if you do that, it unlocks this new thing that you can explore, and then it'll lead you to the next area. The game is beautiful. I will say I love the flowing water, even though it looks kind of pixely. It's beautiful. I love it. It's one that I can get lost in for several hours, and I kind of already have. So I highly recommend checking this game out. I would love to get a second press key so I can test out multiplayer. I don't know how many players it supports up to, but I am definitely looking forward to playing more. I just wish I had more time on my hands. I'm already knee-deep in Satisfactory, and now I've got this. So yeah, expect another long game on your hands should you decide to get into this one. But again, pre-early access, we'll see how this development goes. If you guys haven't already subscribed to me on Twitch and YouTube, that way you can stay up to date with any new content I happen to publish. This is Vince, thanks for watching, and I will catch you all next time. Take care.